Big deep breath in. You're gonna let it all the way out. Perfect, nice. Wow. What's up everybody? Dr. Bo here, your San Diego chiropractor, and I'm with Amber here. And she actually just came in for an exam, and she has a very cool story that she's gonna share with us. During the exam, as I was feeling her neck, something just didn't quite feel right. And she was coming in with initially with some neck tension, some neck discomfort. And as we dove into her history, we ended up finding out that she had a little bit of an accident a while back. So why don't you go ahead and share with them that accident that you had when you were younger?
I used to ride horses when I was 13, and I fell off multiple times.
That's it. So she had multiple falls off of a horse. Now, there's a saying that we have in chiropractic: as a twig bends, so grows the tree. And what we found with her was this right here. All right. Now, if you guys know anything regarding curves in your neck, this curve is supposed to go the other way. Now, Miss Amber, what does it feel like in your neck right now?
Pretty tense.
Pretty tense, okay? So what's one little habit that you feel like you're doing on a daily basis that may be adding to this problem?
The phone.
The phone, okay? So many people are doing this. What happens is that you may have a car accident that happened years and years ago, or you fell off a horse years ago, and then we have this bad habit of hunching over like this, and eventually what ends up happening is that we grow all sorts of tension into our traps, going up to the neck, and that may just start off with some tightness, loss of range of motion, and eventually it could lead to pain, migraines, headaches, and even numbness going down to the arms, okay? So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do an assessment on her, and we're gonna provide an awesome adjustment to get some alleviation into those areas there, okay? Awesome. So the very first thing that we're gonna do, Amber, you're gonna go ahead and stand on up for me. You're gonna go ahead and face that way, okay? And what we wanna do is just place the hair right in the middle. So anytime that we do an assessment, one of the first things we want to do is just check out posture. So Amber, what you're going to do for me is you're going to keep your eyes closed, and you're going to march in place like this. Eyes closed, marching in place, and then you're going to stop and then just stand still for me, okay? So go ahead, march, eyes closed, and then stop. Perfect. So as she's standing and looking straight ahead, we can already tell that there's a slight tendency for her to tilt over to the right. And if we take a look, that left shoulder is going to be higher, slightly higher up than the right. And if we assess even on her hips here, we can tell that that left hip is going to be up slightly higher. Right glute is going to be slightly lower than the left. Okay, so those are all going to be clues that are going to allow us to provide a more accurate adjustment. You're going to keep looking straight ahead for me. Okay, and one of the things that we're also noticing is that you can see that those traps are coming up a little bit higher and that head's going slightly forward, which makes sense. That's what we're seeing on her x-ray. So Amber, what you're gonna do for me is go ahead and lie face down. Cool, and you're just gonna go ahead and take big deep breaths in and out. Awesome. Now our assessment is always gonna continue. We always wanna take a look at what does it look like when someone's standing up? What does it look like when they're sitting down? And what does it look like when they're laying face down as well? So go ahead and have your head in the center of the paper there. Cool. Awesome. So one of the very first things we look at is leg length. So Joe, come on, take a look at this. What do we notice? So that right leg is going to be short by nearly ½ an inch. Left is going to be long. And we already knew from her standing up that there's a discrepancy in her glutes, which is going to allow us to figure out exactly where the misalignments and the subluxations are happening in her lower spine. So go ahead, just big deep breath in and out. Perfect. Big deep breath in and then all the way out. Awesome. So one of the first things that we're going to feel for is motion. And with Miss Amber here, one of the things that we feel is that there's some restriction right here, right side at her SI joint. The question is whether we want to adjust her sacrum or her ilium, so we want to add in a few more pieces of evidence. As we take it into her second position here, this is what we call a Deerfield, and in the second position, the legs actually even out. So what this is telling us is that her ilium on the right side here, it actually shifted down, went posterior and inferior, which is pulling this right leg up and giving it the appearance of it being shorter. Now, not a big deal if you have this for a day or two, but if every single day for weeks, months, and years, your hips are off balance like that, all your ligaments and muscles are going to start shaping around that, and you're going to have an uneven amount of stress throughout your body. So that's awesome that we know we need to adjust that there. The other piece that we're going to look for now is any restriction or misalignments throughout her lumbar spine. And one of the things that I feel in her low back is that there's tension throughout her lumbar paraspinals. And as we palpate and try to get some motion going to the left, there's restriction and there's even mild spasms that are occurring there. So one of the things we're going to test for here is just her general motion. So Amber, what I'm going to do, I'm going to place my hand on your sacrum, and you're going to keep your leg as straight as possible, and you're going to lift it up as high as you can. So your left leg, keep it nice and straight, lift it up as high as you can. Perfect. Nice and high. Back down. Awesome. Now the other side, right side. Perfect. So one of those seemed a little bit easier for you than the other. What did you notice?
This one I wanted to bend.
This one you wanted to bend, and then as it was coming up a little bit awkwardly. So that's something that we're going to retest, and we're going to take a look at that. So why don't we go ahead and adjust her pelvis first. So Amber, what I'm going to get you to do is you're going to go ahead and have this side up facing me. You're going to lie down on your side. Perfect. Now when it comes to that ilium adjustment, what we're looking for right here, it's called the PSIS. And we're going to hook on that, and we're going to shift the pelvis this way, which is going to be an awesome adjustment. So you're going to have your head nice and relaxed. You're going to take a big deep breath in, and then all the way out. Perfect. Nice. Awesome. That already started to move. Perfect. Other side. Now we're going to go ahead and address her lumbar spine. So she's going to get into that nice side posture position here. And we're going to go ahead and hook right on L4. So no motion there. We're going to get lots of awesome motion. Big deep breath in. You're going to let it all the way out. Perfect. Nice. Wow. Amazing. Let's go face down. We're going to take a look at that leg length now. Perfect. All right. So as you can see, we're going to bring them two together, and those are even. Awesome. Now, Amber, we're going to go ahead and we're going to retest that again. So you're going to have your face down. I'm going to place my hand on your sacrum. You're going to lift the left leg up first as high as you can. Awesome. Back down, right side. And back down. What did you notice this time around? It's a lot easier to move, and you could even see with that motion, it wasn't as, as janky, as off as it was before. So that's awesome. Great. So lie face down, relax everything. And we're going to take a look and see. Whew. Now, when your head goes forward, it's going to feel like it weighs double, triple. And if you have your head down at all times, all that tension is going to build up into this region here. So one of the things that we're feeling for her is that there's lots of tension that's built up in this mid-thoracic region. And what we want to do is we want to open that up, okay? So what I'm going to get you to do, Amber, is go ahead and lie face up for me, please. Perfect. You're going to bend this knee for me right here. We're going to go big, big hug. You're going to take a big, deep breath in for me. And this is a big, powerful move. Breathe it all the way out. Nice. That was a big one. That was awesome. Cool. All right. So one of the things we want to do with her neck is just to loosen it up and warm it up a bit. When your curve is reversed, your neck is constantly going to be fighting to hold that bowling ball of a head up. One of the best things you can do is not be on your phone looking down, and certainly you can be really mindful whenever you use technology, even read anything that you do. So those are the habits that we're going to be working on with her. And what I feel in her neck, imagine just taking your fist and squeezing it as hard as you can. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. That's what her neck feels like in this region here. Okay? So remember, she fell off a horse, and it was, a decade ago. So all that tension's built up years and years and years. So we're going to have a big release here. And Amber, what you're going to do for me is you're just going to turn your head just over slightly right there. Everything all the way relaxed. Perfect. And then you're going to turn that one right there for me all the way relaxed. Beautiful. Let it relax. Nice. Okay. Straighten out the leg for me. Beautiful. Everything feeling even on her. Come on up. All right, and then you can let Mr. Joe know and let the rest of the audience. How are you feeling right now?
So amazing.
Perfect. And what's one healthy habit you're gonna take away from this?
Phone, no more.
No more phone. So this goes out to you guys here as well. Okay, if you're on your phone, don't hold it down like this. Lift it higher up here. We still have lots and lots of work to do with her because your neck should not be looking like this. So we're gonna practice, healthy habits, and we're gonna have continuous chiropractic care, and we're gonna work on bringing that back. And remember, if you have an accident that happens a long, long time ago, it can impact you years down the line. So take care of yourselves, folks, and be mindful of your posture. Thank you, Amber.